Sometimes I think about how much effort I make to communicate with the world, but how much effort do people make to communicate with me? And every person I meet, I explain that I'm deaf, but it's okay because I lip read, as they awkwardly look at me, not really knowing what to do or say. And quickly they forget that I'm deaf because I don't look or sound deaf. You see, every minute of every day I'm concentrating. I'm on edge, looking out for when someone is going to start talking to me. And I get it. It's my responsibility to find my way through this hearing world made for hearing people, to communicate the way hearing people communicate, to learn the way hearing people learn. And it's my responsibility to find my way through this life made for hearing people. But I'm not hearing. While my brain is working so hard to hear what they're saying, lip read what they're saying, fill in the missing gaps of the words I didn't hear, and then finally process what they actually said. Like, I sit at the middle of the table surrounded by people, yet no one to talk to. And I watch people around me laugh and talk and share jokes and stories, and I wish nothing more than just to hear their conversation. My brain is working at speed, trying to cut off background noise, lip read what 3 different people are saying at once, guessing what someone else is saying, while trying to force myself to be involved in the conversation, but it feels impossible. And I start to feel bad because I'm no longer making effort, I'm not adding to the conversation, and I'm no longer even trying to hear what's being said, because what's the point? What's the point in even attending if I'm just watching everything happen from the sidelines? What's the point if I feel out of place, feel like I don't belong, and feel unnoticed? It's so exhausting that hearing sound becomes too hard. I come home and I rush to take my hearing aids off, switch off from the world and recharge. I promise I'm not being rude. I'm just tired. But sometimes I meet someone that's special, who goes that extra way to communicate with me, who tries to make it easier for me, and who talks clearly. It makes me think about how different life would be if hearing people made as much effort to communicate with us as we do with them. Like, have you ever been a part of a conversation and just completely miss what someone said? And it's the funniest thing ever. And you say what, but everyone's laughing, they don't really hear you. So you just kind of sit there and watch everything happen from the sideline. And you're like, I want to know what's funny. Like, I want to be involved. You know that feeling? That is the story of my life. I challenge you to make the next deaf person you meet feel that little bit more included.